Hello, welcome. My name is SlugMTG, and today I am back with another hyper budget Pauper, this time with Mono White Heroic. And it's kind of funny because I didn't really mean for this to be a hyper budget, it just kind of turned out that way, so that's kind of nice actually. Mono White Heroic is generally a very cheap archetype, but it's normally still closer to 10 ticks. But someone posted a list on Twitter about a slightly different Mono White Heroic list, and I wanted to try it out, and I actually ended up really liking some of the changes that they did. Although if you would have told me like a week ago that I would have been playing Mono White Heroic, I don't think I would have believed you, because I tried this deck before and I hate it. What I mean by that is I've tried playing Mono White Heroic before because it is a very cheap, more meta deck, and the big problem that I had with it is that it's generally, with Mono White Heroic, you are running 17 lands, and it was literally either hands with 1 or 6 lands in it, and after the 4th match in a row of just mulliganing down to 5 every game and getting stuck on 1 to 2 lands, it was just like, this deck sucks. Why do people play this deck? It's horrible. But I've won a few matches now. We're friends, and let's hop onto Magic Online and I can talk about the deck specifically. Alright, so we'll start with the mana base. We are running 18 lands, 17 plains, and 1 secluded step. We really need the untapped mana right at the beginning, so we are only running 1 tapped land. And if you don't know what Mono White Heroic is, it's basically, it takes advantage of Laguna Band Trailblazer and Okroan Skyguard, which Laguna Band Trailblazer 0/4 for a single white mana, but it has Heroic, so whenever you cast a spell that targets it, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. And a Crow and Skyguard is a 1/1 with flying for 1 and a white, and whenever you target it with the spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. So they can get out of hand very quickly, as you tend to want to run a bunch of enchantments. I mean, we've got Cartouche of Solidarity, so you enchant creature you control, it gets +1/+1 and has first strike, and then you create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance, so it's great to protect against edicts. We've got Hyena Umbra, so it gets +1/+1, has first strike, and then this has totem armor, so if the creature would be destroyed, Hyena Umbra is destroyed instead. We are running 3 Sentinel's Eyes. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance, and then we can escape this for a single white mana and exiling 2 other cards from our graveyard. We're not really running any graveyard recursion. It doesn't matter what we exile, we can cast this enchantment from the graveyard. Of course, we are running 4 ethereal armors. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. This is the finisher that, wow, this can really kill someone in 1 turn. And then to help with protection, we are running some cards that give protection. So we have Benevolent Blessing, which is one of the new cards. Flash enchant creature. As it enters, choose a color, and then enchanted creature has protection from the chosen color. This effect doesn't remove auras and equipment you control that are already attached to it. So this is fantastic. Better than the previous Cho'Man's Blessing, and we are running 4 of these. We are running 4 Emerge Unscathed. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn, and then this has Rebound. So Emerge Unscathed is great for protecting and then going on the offense afterwards, and it gives us 2 heroic triggers. And then one of the changes that the deck did make is we are running 4 Benevolent Bodyguards. I was a little skeptical about this because it's protection that doesn't target. It won't trigger heroic because it's only with spells, not abilities. But honestly, it's proven its worth. It's very handy being able to hold up protection for 0 mana, basically, because once you play it, you sacrifice Benevolent Bodyguard, target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. So we can tap out on each of our turns and then still hold protection up for our main creature. And then as a one-of, I am running Mutagenic Growth. The list that I saw was running a single mana tithe. I tried it out, I didn't like it. You needed to draw it in the beginning of the game, and if you didn't, then it was pretty much just a dead card no matter when you drew it. And since they were only running 1, you're probably not very likely to run into it. So here's Mutagenic Growth. It's just, I think in my opinion, it's just better. And then some of the other creatures we are running Deathblade Elites. 1/1 provoke, so when this attacks we can choose target creature an opponent controls, and then we can have that creature block Deathblade Elite if able. and it also untaps, so it doesn't matter if they swing in. We can untap, force them to block Deathblade Elite instead of our big creature, or if we suit up Deathblade Elite, then we can just basically kill their entire board, one combat step at a time. And then we are also running 2 Core Skyfishers. Might seem a little weird. I thought it was weird at first, but then I realized that you can bounce enchantments back to your hand and then replay them, triggering Heroic once again. So it is quite useful, gives another creature, and it's a 2/3 body, so that's not bad at all. So here's the sideboard. We've got 2 Fragmentize, great against Affinity, Bonder's Ornament, anything like that. We have Hallow against Fiery Cannonade and Burn, as we can stop that damage and then gain that much life. So that's fantastic. Sacred Cat against burn and aggro strategies. 3 Journey to Nowhere against basically big creatures that we don't want to deal with. 2 Celestial Flares against Bogles, or just any kind of Voltron-ish strategy. 2 Gut Shots against fairies, and then 2 Beckon Apparitions to give us protection against Edict effects, as well as some Graveyard Hate. So that is the deck. Play a creature, suit it up, swinging for the win. It's fairly simple, and still very, very effective. And hopefully we'll get some good games in, which we'll get into some right now. All right, so we're in the first game, and okay, this is my big problem with Mono White Heroic, is that the opening hands are often absolutely horrible. I think I will keep this though. God, can I keep this? If they have any answers, then it's pretty much just over. Okay, I'll try mulling. Okay, I'm not going down anymore. I'll keep this, and I'll put the planes on the bottom. So our opponent also went down to 6, and we're up against a blue deck, most likely fall from favor, and we draw another plane. Yay! So I'm really hoping they don't keep up Counterspell. Okay, so they play Augur. What do they get? Flood of Recollection. Okay, you get in Theory Armor. That's really good. I am going to get a Crow and Skyguard out. And hopefully they don't have an answer for it right now. So they're not playing blue-red Scred, so it's either blue-black. Yep, okay, blue-black it is. And so they could very well have a kill spell or something. I will attempt a Hyena Umbra. It gets a +1/+1 counter, and okay, it goes through. I will not put anything else on it. I'm going to keep up Benevolent Blessing, but I am thinking they might have an Edict effect. And I don't have a way to protect against that yet, so I don't want to stack a bunch of things on a creature I cannot properly protect. Striped Riverwinder. Okay, so this is more Reanimator then. So they might not be carrying a bunch of answers. Instead, yeah, pass back to me. Another land. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. I've drawn 10 cards, and half of them have been lands in an 18-land deck. I'll swing in for 3 more. I'm wary about a black deck because I know they're running some type of Edict effects, and I'm just concerned. Okay, so they cycle another Striped Riverwinder. Muddle the Mixture. Oh boy. So so they're gonna get a Striped Riverwinder. Oh no, they get a Cast Down. You fool. I have a Blessing. Protection from black, and okay, they just scoop it up right there. Sweet, awesome. So they are definitely running the Exhume. I'm surprised they didn't grab Exhume. So I guess if their big game plan is, I don't know if I really change anything, honestly. I'll bring in a couple Celestial Flares. That way if they're swinging in with their Striped Riverwinders, I still have a way to get rid of them. And then what's not good against them? I want everything. Since we are on the draw, I am tempted to cut 1 land. I think we'll cut one land because we are on the draw. And 1 Deathblade Elite. And we'll run it back like that. Man, and we're going to get punished for removing that land, aren't we? So we have to mull that. This is okay. I guess I'll keep this. And I'll put a land back. They go ahead and cycle an Ash Barrens. That is fine. Grabbing another island. I will play the Trailblazer pass turn. Next turn, I'm going to stack the Cartouche and Sentinel's Eyes. We get another Deathblade Elite. Okay, I don't want any more of those. So let's go ahead, put down the Sentinel's Eyes first, because that is the one that I'm not fine with it being countered, but it's okay. So they don't counter it, and I'll stack a Cartouche. They will counter that, okay. So I will swing in for 3, and what you got? So they transmute Muddle the Mixture for a Chainer's Edict. I think I will go ahead and play out 2 Deathblade Elites to eat up those Edict effects and swing in for 3. And pass turn. Drop an island, and there's the Chainer's Edict. So I will sacrifice one of the Death Blades. Comes back to me. We get a Plains. So I could play a Core Skyfisher. Since they muddled for a Chainers, I know they don't have a removal spell in hand. So I think I have to be a little greedy here. Yeah, let's go ahead and try a Core Skyfisher. We'll bounce back the Sentinel's Eyes and then replay it. And then after that, we can keep up the Benevolent Blessing. Okay. And if they have a counter spell, then it also gets rid of that. So we will swing in for 4 and pass it back to them. I hope they do not draw a kill spell off the top. That would be absolutely horrible. Okay, Evoked Mole Drifter is fine because I doubt they're running Defile. So Demir Aqueduct, bounce an island. They cycle and Ash Barrens. So we know they have 2 islands in hand and 2 mystery cards. Ethereal Armor is actually pretty good. So I'm going to put an Ethereal Armor. And then Benevolent Blessing will not kill. No, they'll be at 1 life. So I'd rather save it. And we'll pass it back to them. Forbidden Alchemy. So what do they grab? And Cast Down. So nope, we will Benevolent Blessing. And they scoop it up. All right, we won.
Warning. The match you're about to see contains heavy punting. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, so we are in the next match. I would like to go first, thank you. It is actually really tempting to keep this, because if I draw a second Plains, it's really good for me. Although I don't know what I'm up against. I'm gonna go against my better... This is a risky keep, but I'm gonna keep it. Oh, our opponent is down to 5 cards in hand. Alright, so let's play a Plains and the Trailblazer, and go ahead and pass turn. So they play a Forest. Okay, so this is Elves, might be Walls, but most likely Elves. So let's go ahead and play the Cartouche. We did not draw a land, but we did draw Emerge Unscathed. That can help us finish the game if we get there. So now we have a 2/6 and a 1/1. We'll go ahead and swing in. They are down to 18. There's Timberwatch. Ooh, we get a Plains. I cannot do anything about the Timberwatch. I am tempted. I could play the Benevolent Blessing on the Trailblazer right now. However, I kind of want to save it for a creature with Vigilance, because if I can get Vigilance protection from green, that is fantastic. I think I'll swing in with both. I'll bluff that I have like a pump, and I think I can get away with it, because they're not going to block this. This is too risky. Yeah, not going to block it. Alright, so they go down to 15, and I'll go ahead and play the Deathblade Elite. And I'll pass turn. Priest of Titania. Yeah, I kind of need a faster start here. Don't swing in. Alright, sounds good to me. We get an Ethereal Armor. It's actually really good. Yeah, there's no point in swinging in with the Deathblade, because with this guy here, the Timberwatch, I think I might just put Benevolent Blessing on the Trailblazer, and then the turn after that I can put Ethereal Armor. This way I can get an unblockable down, and I might be able to race with the Ethereal Armor and a couple chump blockers. I can play more chump blockers, because generally I don't think Elves play removal. I just need no one to have trample. Okay, Farhaven is fine. I just don't... Yeah, I need them to not, like, combo off. They get an island, which means they're most likely running Distant Melody. There's a morph. Do elves run a morph creature? I mean, I guess they do. And I guess it can block Lagona right now. That's kind of funny. And end step, nothing. Ooh, we get a Plains. I do like that. So let's go ahead and put the Ethereal Armor on the Lagona. So 7, we'll swing in, and they'll go down to 5, or they'll block with the morph creature. Okay, so they just take it. And then I have no idea what this morph creature is. I think I'll leave up Emerge Unscathed. I have 2 chump blockers. As far as I know, they don't have trample. I have no idea what this morph creature is. Wildheart Invoker, that's the one that'll give trample. However, I don't think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they don't have enough mana. Well, they have enough mana to activate it once. I could lose here. If they if they see it, I could lose here. They need to attack with Barhaven or something, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, 7, 8. So they have enough to activate this, and then they can tap Timberwatch to give Farhaven Elf plus 11, and then swing in. I'll be forced to, well, I won't be forced to block, but yeah, and then if I swing in, they can block with the morph, because the morph is colorless, and then they live. And then they swing in next turn, and I die. Oh, they don't see it. They don't see it. Yeah, so it comes back, and I get another Trailblazer that is actually perfect. So I'm going to swing in with this Laguna Band Trailblazer, because I need them to get rid of their morph creature. That way I actually have a chance to win, and then I'm going to play the Trailblazer and pass turn, because then I can cast Emerge Unscathed on the Trailblazer, giving it 5 toughness, and then I can like eliminate 7 damage from whatever trample creature they'll send over. Are they okay? They've been here for a while. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna swing in. I'm gonna force them to block with their morph. Yep. Okay, it gets 8, so I will have to burn the Emerge Unscathed here if I want to kill it. Although no, because they can still give it +5/+5, which will turn this into 13. So if they do that, then okay, so yeah, it becomes a 13. I Emerge Unscathed, this becomes 12, and then I don't. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about them using it defensively. Would it work? Because I Emerge Unscathed. Yeah, no, they got it. So I'm going to let that die. Then I will put out Laguna and a Crow and Skyguard. There's another one, and then a Crow and Skyguard. And I pass turn. You know, I just realized that I could have swung in with the Deathblade Elite and forced the Morph creature to block the Deathblade Elite, and then I would have won. So yeah, that's a huge punt on my part. But let's see. So they don't have any cards in hand, and they have, this will be 13. I don't think they can, because that's 1, 2, 13. So they don't have enough mana to activate this twice, and they already used everything. So okay. Yeah, so I go down to 11. And darn it, Plains is not what I wanted. Okay, so basically, what do I do now? I can swing in with the Skyguard. I think I just swing in with the Skyguard. Nothing has reach, and then I attempt Merge Unscathed on, and then I play the other Crow and Skyguard, and I just block. So I can win next turn. So they go down to 4. I'll play the Crow and Skyguard, and I will pass turn. And next turn, at their end step, I'm going to Emerge Unscathed. That is the last thing I wanted. So they might kill me. They still don't have reach. We'll see. They don't have a haste enabler, so that doesn't matter. And if they play a bunch of elves, so I'm not dead yet. Yeah, they need to swing in with a couple. So 9. Yeah, I need to block 4 here. I need to spread it equally. Yeah, so I need to go here and then use the Emerge Unscathed on this guy, protection from green, so he doesn't take any damage. Yeah, I will Emerge Unscathed on my Skyguard, and we'll see if I live. So yeah, that's 11. I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, protection from green, and I've got nothing else. So, nope, that's going to be 12 damage. Yep, wasn't quite enough. Yeah, I did not deserve the win. I punted. I punted extremely hard. I could have won easily, but I said they didn't see it when I didn't see it. So yeah, unfortunately. Gut shots are definitely coming in, and that might be it, honestly. I still think I'm going to cut out 2 Deathblade Elites, because generally it's not one creature that I want to kill, it's whatever they're buffing. And bringing in 2 gut shots, I can generally get rid of a 1/1 regardless, which is what most of their field is. So we'll run back like that. See how that goes. I would like to play first, and hopefully I won't punt. All 2 drops and 1 plane, so no, I will mull. Still only 1 planes, but I will keep this because I have a bunch of 1 drops. I will put back the core Skyfisher. So let's put out the Trailblazer and pass turn. Yeah, so the Forest and Land of War Elves. We'll go ahead, put down the Cartouche, and swing in for 2. They go down to 18, and there is a Vanguard. So this guy is going to be really annoying, but he's not going to be super annoying until Trample. I'll play the... Why do we get the 1 tapped land? Like, whatever. Okay, so I'll go ahead and play Sentinel's Eyes on the Trailblazer. Gives me good defense. And I'll go ahead and swing in for 4. Most likely will not want to block, yeah. And I'll pass turn, and then next turn I can put out Hyena Umbra and continue to swing in. And just hope that they don't combo off and play a million L's. Well, there's Lead the Stampede. Only finding Birchlore and Farhaven, so that's good news for me. So there's Birchlore, and then they might... No, they can't play Farhaven, never mind. But they play Kyrion Ranger. There's a plane, so now I can play Hyena Umbra. Well, do I want to continue stacking on the Lagona band? I think so. And then I can play the Akroan Skyguard. They take 6, and I will play the Akroan Skyguard. And then next turn I can start maybe stacking things on the Skyguard. Yeah, this is going to be super annoying with the Vanguard. So there's the Wild Heart Invoker, although they don't have a ton of mana right now. And then there's the Farhaven, and they only have 1 card left in hand. And it's a Plains. Darn it! Okay, so let's go ahead and put the Hyena Umbra on the Skyguard. And I'll swing in with the Lagona and the Skyguard. Yeah, so they block there, and they're down to 5. I'll just pass turn. So they could activate Wildheart Invoker if they practically want to tap out. I don't think that would be worth it. But if I get any Pump Aura, I win. Assuming it makes it back to me. Swing in with 6. They're going to buff it with the Trampler here. So I might as well force them to do that. So I'll block here. And then I'll force them to tap if they want to deal damage to me. Nope, okay. Yeah, so they just untap, and comes back to me. Benevolent Blessing. Yeah, I think that's game. Unless they have an Enchantment Destroyer. The fact that they're not scooping probably means that they have something to destroy the enchantment. So if I swing in, yeah, they'll buff this up to 11, destroy the Benevolent Blessing, and then, I don't think I'm going to risk it, honestly. Because they probably have something to destroy target enchantment. So actually I can, because I have Hyena Umbra. So I can force them to have it. This shrinks, but then I win with Akroan Skyguard next turn anyway. So yeah, unless they have 2 destroy enchantment spells, I think I've got it. Assuming I survive my next turn, which I could very well not. Yeah, so I expected that. So then they're going to block, buff it. The Trailblazer will not be destroyed, though, because of the Hyena Umbra. Actually, since they did the Return to Nature, I don't know if they have enough mana to activate Wild Heart. Let's see. Actually, since they did Return to Nature, I don't think they have enough mana to activate the Wild Heart Invoker. So I don't know if blocking with Elvish Vanguard is the best. Can they? I don't think they can. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they untap like Land on War Elves or something, and that's only 7. So I think they only have 7. Oh no, they can. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like to kill the Elvish Vanguard. It's the only one that's kind of scary right now. And then because of First Strike, Elvish Vanguard will die, and look, the Band Trailblazer will live. Ooh, okay, never mind. So they do go ahead and kick it. That is fine because I still have the Hyena Umbra. And we'll go ahead and pass turn. So I still have a very big blocker, and hopefully they don't... Okay, cool. Alright, that shows to me I might want to bring in Journey to Nowhere. I think if I get rid of the other 2 Deathblade Elites, I can bring in the 2 Journey to Nowheres, and I can do that. That seems fine. They'll probably bring in something for Reach, like Spider Silk Armor. This is a great hand if I had a single creature, so no, unfortunately I gotta mull that one away. I do have Benevolent Bodyguard, a Crow and Sky Guard. Yeah, I'll keep this. And I'll put back Emerge Unscathed. And Finhorn Elves. I will put out the Bodyguard, and then I'll just keep a Crowan. I'll play a Crowan next turn and start pumping it up with Hyenas and Ethereals. Yeah, so there's a drawbridge. I don't like that. I will play the Skyguard and just pass turn. However, they did miss a land drop, so hopefully that means that they're going to be pretty low on mana, although it's elves, so probably not. They most likely just drew the island. The Well-Wisher is going to be super annoying. Yeah, I think I just have to Sentinel's Eyes to give it Vigilance, and then Ethereal Armor for the max amount of damage. So they give their creatures haste. Okay, Vines of Vastwood. Okay, so they're using it on my own guy. That's very interesting. I mean, I'm still swinging in. I could have sacrificed Benevolent Bodyguard to give a Crow and Skyguard protection from green, but I chose not to there because I have plenty of other enchantments. I can grow Skyguard fairly quickly, and I kind of want to save it in case I need to give it protection from green so I could swing in. There's a Huntmaster. Yeah, I need Journey to Nowhere and Gut Shot. Oh, it's a plane, so I'm going to be swinging in for quite a lot this turn. Alright, so let's stack all of these. We've got the Cartouche, 1 Hyena, and another Hyena. So, 10-10. I probably should have used the Benevolent Bodyguard to protect against green, especially since I knew they had Well-Wisher. I think I knew that they had Well-Wisher. That way I could have just killed as fast as possible. And naturally, their last card in hand, one of the last cards is Lead the Stampede. Okay, they get a good assortment. Yeah, Birchlore is going to be very annoying. Timberwatch and Wildheart. So there's Elvish Vanguard. Oh wait, no. Yeah, so their last 2 cards are Timber and Wildheart. That does not help me. Yeah, this is getting away. Darn, I misplayed twice. Should have sacked Benevolent Bodyguard to give Sky. I didn't realize that was going to be that big of a factor. I thought I was going to be able to grow him faster. Or, yeah. I never hit any of my Gut Shots or Journey to Nowhere either, so Well-Wisher was here to stay, unfortunately. I couldn't do anything about that. Another Lead the Stampede. Yeah, they just top decked that. And they get a Vanguard and a Crashing Drawbridge. Yeah, so yeah, this is definitely away from me now. I need an Ethereal Armor, basically. That's the only thing that's going to let me win at this point with Well-Wisher. If they get a Kyrion Ranger, then it's pretty much game over. Yeah, there's Timberwatch. Yeah, if I don't get Ethereal, I think I'm just going to scoop it up here because next turn they're going to be able to swing in for the win. Ethereal's not even going to be enough. So yeah, I have to block that. They can't give it Trample. Yeah, so it can't give it Trample. I think they're just testing the waters to see if I would throw again. Core Skyfisher, is that going to be enough? I believe the answer is no. So, no, I played that absolutely horribly. I played that completely wrong, and my opponent definitely deserved the win there. A little disappointed in myself for not playing that well at all. Alright, so this will probably be our last game for our last game. This is our opening hand, well, last match, probably. I think I'll keep this. I'll play out Deathblade Elite first and see where that goes. So, looks like they mulled down to 6. There's the Deathblade Elite, and I'll go ahead and pass turn. Swift Water Cliff. So, blue-red, not entirely sure what that could be. Oh, I will actually play the Trailblazer. That's actually fantastic. So, I'll swing in for 1. Put him back down to 20, and I will play the Trailblazer and the Bodyguard. Pass turn. So they're not Snowlands, so this isn't Scred. They play Augur of Bolas, and they whiff. Okay, so this could be, is it Blitz, perhaps? We get a Hyena Umbra, that's actually really good. So now we can put Cartouche on the Lagona Band. Sentinel's Eyes, and the Hyena Umbra. So I will swing in with my Trailblazer, see if they choose to block. They do not. And I will pass turn. And despite me being tapped out, Benevolent Bodyguard is ensuring that, unless they have like 2 direct removal spells or something, my Trailblazer is here to stay. So they gain another life with Swift Water. I'm thinking this is some form of, is it Blitz? Could be Goblin Wizardry with the lack of Snowlands. Thermo Alchemist, okay. So I guess it is some cantrippy. Yeah, I think Kiln Fiend and things are in the deck as well. Passes back to me, and we get a Core Skyfisher. I actually like that, because I can bounce back Cartouche. Yeah, so I'll play the Skyfisher. I'll bounce back the Cartouche, play the Cartouche, get another dude, and then I'll swing in with my Trailblazer. Okay, so they do block with the Augur, and I'll pass turn. And they go ahead and scoop it up. Okay, so it looks like they were getting very unfortunate with their draws. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm going to bring in the Sacred Cats, and I'm going to take out a couple of Death Blades. Just for like some lifelink. I am tempted to bring in Hallow, but I don't think it's going to be like, I didn't see a lot of direct burn spells, so if I see a lot next game, then I think I'll go ahead and do it, bring it in. But other than that, I think I'll just go ahead and keep it like this. Just bring in the 2 lifelinkers, gain a bit of extra life, hopefully, and then hopefully. Well, maybe not hopefully, but if their deck works better next game and they end up winning, then we can bring in more specific tech. I want to say it's Kiln Fiend, but I don't want to bring everything in for Kiln Fiend and then just it not be Kiln Fiend and be completely screwed. We can actually suit up a Sacred Cat. I think I'll keep this. This might not be the best, but I'll try it. I don't want to put Ethereal Armor until I know that the Sacred Cat's going to be fine. Delver, okay. I mean, this is like, I'm 99% sure this is Kiln Fiend, but I'll play the Sacred Cat and pass turn. If we can get it so they can't remove the Sacred Cat, then that's fantastic for us. Oh, they Lightning Bolt. Okay, yeah, so the Sacred Cat's probably dead. They preordain, they get a mountain, and they swing in. Okay, yep, swing in for 3. They get a Crowan, I get an Crowan Skyguard. They might actually use Lightning Bolt on the Skyguard, honestly. So I'll see how they feel about me swinging in for 1, and then I will play the Skyguard and pass turn. So I'll see if they want to bolt the Skyguard at any point. If not, I will put Cartouche of Solidarity, probably Sentinel's Eyes on the Skyguard, because I know I'll start stacking things on the Skyguard up until he Lightning Bolts it, and then I'll start stacking things on the Sacred Cat. I will take 3, because if I can gain a bunch of life with the Sacred Cat, then the game's going to slip out of their grasp pretty quickly. So let's try Sentinel's Eyes on the Crowan Skyguard. This might force them to bolt. Come on, I know you're keeping it up. I know you're thinking about it. Do it. Yes, okay, so that is fine. I can cast Sentinel's Eyes from the graveyard, and now I can Cartouche and Ethereal Armor. So now this is out of bolt range, and I'm going to be gaining 4 life every turn. And even if this goes belly up, then I still have another Crowan Skyguard that I can play next turn and attach a Cartouche of Solidarity to. Tandem Lookouts. Okay, so yeah, Soul Bond. So basically whenever this guy deals damage to me, they get to draw a card. They definitely want to add this to Thermo Alchemist and another Sacred Cat. All right. I might actually want to play a Crowan Skyguard, then attach the Cartouche there. Yeah, no more Lightning Bolt. And then this is still a 5/5, and I'll swing in with these 2 guys. And all right, so they go down to 10. I'm up to 21. So fade away. Okay, so I have to sacrifice 4 permanents. I think I'll get rid of, and they go ahead and scoop it up. Okay, so yeah, I was probably going to get rid of maybe even 2 lands and 2 warriors, I was thinking. Oh yeah, Merchant's Gate. But all right, there we go. All right, so that is Mono White Heroic hyper budget version. So like I said before, this actually really wasn't supposed to be a hyper budget. It just kind of worked out that way, which is quite nice. There are definitely some interesting cards in this version. Benevolent Bodyguard is actually fantastic. I don't think I played it well this time around, but believe me, having the instant speed free once it's out protection comes in very handy. Benevolent Blessing is fantastic for this deck, and I used to hate this deck with a passion because it never worked for me, but I don't know how it is with you guys, but whenever I test out a new deck, I have to get through the first 3 to 5 matches before it actually starts doing anything, because for some reason, whenever I start playing with a new deck, the first few matches are horrible. Like, you have to mull down to 5 every single game, and then you get mana flooded, mana screwed, mana flooded, mana screwed. I don't know what it is, but whenever I try a new deck, I just have to sit down and power through the first 5 matches before it seems like I start getting actual fair games. Is this stronger than traditional mono white heroic? I'm not sure. Of course, Skyfisher and the Benevolent Bodyguards are definitely very interesting additions. I don't know if it's better, but they definitely do put in their own work. But if you are looking for a deck that is fairly competitive, especially for the price, I think Mono White Heroic is fantastic. It's still a pretty fun deck to play just because there are several little interactions with the protection and stacking everything on one creature and trying to protect it. So it's definitely got room for skill expression, as we saw with my lack of skill during the elf match. I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while. But Mono White Heroic is definitely great for beginners, a very beginner-friendly deck with some skill expression that you can use once you get more acquainted with the deck. And I was kind of hoping to run into Fall from Favor during these matches. Didn't quite happen. I have been running into Fall from Favor a lot, so that's kind of weird I didn't run into it now. But I actually find that Fall from Favor isn't that good against Heroic. Because of our protection, we can actually just straight up counter their Fall from Favor, or if they get Fall from Favor on the creature that we are stacking and we draw protection afterwards, we can then give it protection from blue and Fall from Favor falls off, and then we untap, we can swing in and take the Monarchy back. It's got some game against these blue decks that are running around. Doesn't die to Fiery Cannonade, that's also nice. And overall, it's a beginner-friendly, fun deck. It's just, you're going to have some games where your mana screwed. It's just going to happen when you're running this few lands. But overall, I'd recommend it. It's fun. Before I do wrap up the video, though, I just do want to say sorry for my inconsistent uploading. As of right now, I said I'd be back, then I missed a week, and honestly, it's just kind of the holiday season, so I'm not going to say that I'm back probably until after the new year. I'm also starting up. I finally got a new job, managed to get a new job. So it's actually a new position at a place. They're trying to set it up, but things are going well. It shouldn't be too busy. It shouldn't really affect my upload schedule too much. The main factor is the fact that it's Christmas coming up. So forgive me if my uploads are a little sporadic for the next few weeks into the next year. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I really do appreciate it. But now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to try to make it through the holidays by giving myself protection from red and green. Bye!